in the ITW Universe Tri-Nation T20 series. Afghan Abdalian taking on a very exceptionally well last evening to go past Oman in match number 1 on 12th October. They went on to win that game by 2 wickets in a last ball thriller. And today they'll want to continue that winning momentum as they take on the Afghan Abdalian side. So much to look forward to in this short tournament, and all eyes will be on the two captains as well when they go out there for the all-important toss. Pranav Mehta with both the captains for the toss.
On a warm sunny afternoon, we have the match day 2 here at the Oman Cricket Academy. It's the ITW presents the Tri-Nation T20 series powered by Fancode. Alongside me, it is the captain of Afghan Abdalian, Darwish Rasuli. On his left, it is the captain of Hong Kong, China. And on his left, it is KR Azad, the match official, to make sure the proceedings are right. Afghan Abdalian, the flip the coin. Number is the call. Khanjar it is. What would you like to do and why?
Bowling fast.
Any particular reasons?
Away the wicket is very good.
Right then. Best of luck then.
Thank you.
Nazakat, you have lost the toss. What would you have done?
Well, we wanted to bat first. This wicket has been used yesterday as well. And, while chasing, we thought that it was quite tough to chase down because the wicket was keeping low. But yeah, it's good that we are batting first.
Any changes on the side?
Yes, we have one change. So Atikur Rahman come in and Anas is out.
You've had a good match yesterday. How is the mood in the camp?
Well, the mood is very good. We are all looking forward to this game. And, we will take the confidence from yesterday game to today's game. And, the spoken is like, we have to play fearless cricket, positive cricket. And, yeah, Afghanistan, they have a strong side as well. But as well, we have a very good match-winning players in our team.
Final question. What's the number on your mark?
Well, anything above 160, I would say, on this wicket. But, we have to bat well. They have a very good spin bowling attack as well. So, yeah, we have to capitalize on the power play. And, yeah, from there, we're going to just continue that.
Right then. Best of luck.
Thank you.
So, the news from the centre is Afghan Abdalian have won the toss and they are going to be bowling first.
Well, this means that Hong Kong China batters will have to put the runs on the board up front. We'll take a look at the playing 11s of both the sides. Hong Kong China, Anshuman Rath, fresh from a 60 in the last game, will want to continue that good vein of form. Atikur Rahman comes in place of Anas Khan. That's the one change here for Hong Kong China. Ayush Shukla got 3 for 14 yesterday. Babar had missed out with the bat. And then Martin Coetzee got 19 unbeaten runs. The winning hit came from his bat. Mohammad Aizaz Khan, Nasrulla comprised for the bowling attack. Captain Nizakat Khan did well with the bat. A run a ball 34 and Yasim Murtaza and wicketkeeper Zishan Ali. Ghazanfar, he's been a very fine spinner for the side. Some pace, and Bilal Sami, the captain, will be eager to make an impression with the bat. Faridun is quick with his left-arm pacers. Karim Jannat, the mercurial all-rounder. Wicketkeeper Mohammad Ishaq, the spinner Nangal Karoti. Sadiq, Shahidullah, Sharfuddin and Zubairullah will form the top 4 in this batting department. A confirmation in match number 2 of the ITW Universe Tri-Nation T20 series. Afghan Abdalian winning the toss and electing to bowl first. Just the right time to also welcome my co-commentator. A very good afternoon, Amin Wagle.
Yeah, very good afternoon. And of course, Hong Kong China versus Oman last evening. And this Tri-Nation series was lit, and it's gotten off to a great start. At the same time, now the Afghan Abdalians are into the mix of things. And this Hong Kong batting side especially will be absolutely on a high, especially after that last ball 6 that they had hit. Things were really amazing. Look at that. Kalimullah on that very last ball of the innings where Hong Kong China required 2 runs to win. And Martin Coetzee up to the mark, all pumped up, charged up. And of course, those fist bumps and the expression on every member of that Hong Kong China dugout says it all.
Oh yes, what a match last evening. Oman did well to come back into the game. Martin Kodze with a winning strike. He got a 4 and a 6 in the last two deliveries to take Hong Kong China home. Zishan Ali missed out with the bat yesterday, departed very early. Can he change fortunes in his batting department? A very healthy strike rate of close to 140, a best of 70. And 450s for him. He's a very fine batter. And that's the inform. Anshuman Rath, 61 and 48 last evening. 5 fours and a 6 in that innings, a best of 72. That strike rate little over 100. He'll want to better that. 550s for him. Left-right combination for Hong Kong China. Up against a very strong bowling unit of Afghan Abdalian as well. Watch out for them.
Yes, and this is going to be a familiar face here. Bilal Sami, right-arm medium, and he's played 13 games in his T20 career and just picked up 12 wickets. Early days for Bilal Sami, but he's quite an exciting bowler, loves bowling his heart out, and a very nippy operator, especially at the start of the innings.
We're all set for match number 2. Slip in place. 4 on the off inside the circle. A conventional deep third and deep fine with mid-wicket and mid-on as well. 2 fielders allowed outside the circle in the first 6 overs. It's going to be Bilal Sami to Zishan Ali. And we're all set for game number 2 in the ITW Universe Tri-Nation T20 series powered by Fancode. It's bright and sunny in this neck of the woods here in the Oman Cricket Academy. And we're all set for play to unfold.
Yes, of course, and that's umpire Balasubramaniam. And he'll be looking whether everything's in order. Everybody just getting things completely in their zone, marking their run-ups, marking everything here. You see Karim Jannat as well. He'll be into the mix of things and very experienced person in this Abdalian side.
Play has been called by umpire Balasubramaniam. We're all set for ball 1 in match 2. It's going to be Bilal Sami to Zishan Ali. Here we go. And early signs of aggression. And that's racing away to the cover boundary. Chase for the fielder. He'll have to give up. What a way to get off the mark. Hong Kong China up and running. So is Zishan. A 4 to begin with.
Yes, absolutely. And Zishan might be thinking he's gotten up today this morning on the right side of the bed because that was crunched towards the cover region right in between the fielders. Have a look at that once again in the slot, and an excellent flow of bat right from the middle made a beautiful sound, and the diving fielder could not have stopped it. Such was the power.
Well, that's sprayed down the leg side by Bilal. Interesting because we did see the Afghan Abdalian in the warm-up matches. On each occasion, they won the toss. They decided to bat first. Today in this Tri-Nations fixture, have decided to bowl first.
Yeah, absolutely. And all of this, I believe, in that run-up to that major tournament that's coming. And they would want to put themselves in as many match scenarios as possible. And it doesn't get bigger than this. You're playing against the Hong Kong China side, who they'll be facing in their group.
That came in sharply. Just missed the stumps, and the reaction says it all. Zishan, just a little clueless with that delivery, nipping back into him.
Yes, now early signs of swing, and most certainly the quicker bowlers will be licking their lips. They'll be raring to go on this one. Have a look at that, pitching in that small or thin strip of green. And straight away some seam movement, and what a beautiful shape he's produced here, Bilal Sami. The keeper does well also, making sure there's nothing untoward here. This is a good start from both the teams.
Fuller this time, just trying to go across the line. He needs to be careful to the delivery coming into him, Zishan Ali. But with a mid-wicket in place, you'd always want to believe that the bowler will heavily rely on the deliveries that come into the right-handed batter.
Yes, absolutely. And it also gives them a little bit of chance here, especially the Afghan Abdalians. The bowlers just tantalizing these two opening batters from Hong Kong China to play the wrong shot. Only a matter of time you'll see a ball going away as well. Still sticking to that sharp delivery that comes into the right-hander.
Well, this is all building up to the big occasion that we are talking about. The Asia Cup Emerging Teams 2024 scheduled to take place from next week at the very same venue. 8 teams participating, as many as 15 matches across 8 match days. Hong Kong, China, Afghan Abdalian, UAE, Oman against India A, Sri Lanka A, Pakistan A and Bangladesh A as well. And that's why you want to get everything right in these games. Oh, he's just been cramped for room and pace over here. Zishan has no answers to the questions being asked by Bilal at the moment.
Yeah, he's a little tentative. Of course, he hit that crackling boundary on the very first ball of the innings, but after that, he's just a little tentative, wondering how to deal with these sharp in-swinging deliveries, all of them targeted at the right-handed batter. And one makes you wonder if he's a little shy to play towards the onside. There's also the fine leg that's up in the circle.
Just tries to tuck it away towards mid-wicket. Good comeback here by Bilal after conceding a boundary in the very first delivery of this innings. We're done with over number 1. It's 5 for no loss. Alright, it's going to be Faridun Davudzai bowling over number 2 from the Oman tail end. An average of little under 20, a very good economy of 6.64 in the 18 matches that he's played. 19 wickets suggest that he's been amongst wickets every game. Slip in place for him, 4 on the off inside the circle, and he'll be bowling to Anshuman for the first time. Takes it on the full, nicely fielded at covers, that was travelling. Very lucky to get away with that loosener.
Yes, of course, was a loose delivery, and you might have to say because the Afghan Abdalians are coming back after a break. They've had an extensive run of warm-up matches, and Faridun has been in the mix of things. This time, just shade too far away from that off stump. Anshuman Rath coming from a wonderful half-century in the previous game, and that only speaks volumes about the talent that this man possesses.
Oh no!
Almost squared him up over there. Good delivery here.
Yes, of course. And now Anshuman Rath, plenty of experience, and he's been around for quite a while. It does seem as if he's a senior player. However, he's just 26 years old. However, he's been around this Hong Kong setup for far too long. Oh, what a delivery. Beating him all ends up. Nearly took that inside edge of Anshuman Rath. Unsure of what shot to be playing.
Yes, did play very well. Shared a very important partnership of 62 runs yesterday for the second wicket with the captain, Nizakat Khan. Nice delivery here, just back of the length, shaping away from the left-handed batter. You have a slip in place. You want to get him activated as well. Good start here for Faridun. Bowling to his field, still to get off the mark is Anshuman. 4-dot deliveries.
Yes, of course, was cramping towards the end of his innings last evening. But now I think he just seems to be right on top of his game. He's hitting the ball confidently, and that's what a very good innings does to you right at the start of a tour. A well-paced half-century, and especially a responsible one.
Gives the charge. Quick single towards mid-on, and they'll get it as well. Good fielding there at mid-on. A direct hit shy of the stumps. by Sharafuddin.
Yes, absolutely. Anshuman Rudd, because he knew how hard he had hit the ball, immediately took off. And good fielding as well by the fielder at mid-on, Sharafuddin, immediately realizing that the best chance would be of getting the ball towards the striker's end. In process, he's disturbed the woodwork, but then that's a good throw. And this is what the Afghan Abdalians bring to you. They're really sharp and nimble in the field, never slacking at any point in time. The ground fielding, the catching has been on point all throughout this tour so far.
Just a swing and a miss. Nothing great about that shot by Zishan Ali. Very lucky to be there, but a very good start here by Faridun. Only a single of his first, done with over number 2. Hong Kong China 6 for no loss. Hong Kong China chased down 147 yesterday, and today they're batting first. Bilal into his second over. Brilliant carry and movement as well. Just going in with that angle. You don't want to give too much width to Anshuman Rudd.
Yeah, and say something about that surface as well. Have a look at that. The moment it pitched off, just on good length, and there's that extra pace and extra bounce that's available for the bowlers. And trust me, the faster bowlers are going to be licking their lips. They'll be raring to go on the surface. It also depends on the skill. So last evening, we did see that the ball kept low, kept high at different stages of the game.
This time, gets plenty of bat on it. Wonderful bit of timing. Width offered. Anshuman Rudd says, thank you very much.
And just as we mentioned that the surface is really good and has a good carry, you do have that extra bounce. It also means that the batters will be waiting for their chance, will be waiting for their opportunity. Look at that flow of arm, very strong towards the offside. Anshuman Rudd is a class apart when he's attacking that area. A good cut, and what good camera work as well. Caught him in action.
Much better this time. Just holding the length back. The line as well, a round off. But that shot by Anshuman Rudd, just confirming that's a shot of a man in sublime touch. I mean,
yes, absolutely. And now have a look at this delivery. All he had to do was adjust the line a tad bit towards the off stump. The earlier one, which went for a boundary, was far too wide. Allowed Anshuman Rudd to free his arms. But this time around, it's just nip back in at the right time, keeping the batter in two minds.
huge appeal over there. Shy at the stumps. We'll just have to wait for confirmation from the batter. Rather the umpire. Leg byes given. I reckon that was just pitching outside leg as well.
Yes, absolutely. We'll have to have a look at that again. But then Anshuman Rudd is unfluttered at the moment. He really wouldn't mind this at the start of the innings, as far as he's got some good cracking boundaries. Look at that. And once again, it's that extra bounce that's available off the deck. So it could be creating some doubt in the minds of the umpire. This is good stuff here from both the pace bowlers from Abdalians.
Castled plays it on. Bilal strikes. Zishan departs. Afghan Abdalian get the first wicket. The delivery that was coming in finally troubles the batter and sends him back to the dugout.
Yeah, just continuing his approach to the right-handed Zishan from over number 1. And finally he got his chance and he was really comfortable there. Look at that. Just takes the top of the bails on the leg stump. And it's curtains for Zishan's innings. Failing to impress in this outing as well. Zishan Ali, 4 of 8 deliveries. Hong Kong China are 11 for 1.
Well, it's pretty much a familiar sight. Nizakat Khan walking out very early for Hong Kong China. He's walked out in the third over. Strike rate of 120. The captain has work to do right now. Best of 81 1150s. Loads of experience into game number 124. Well, he's done the hard yards for Hong Kong China.
Yeah, and the number speaks for themselves. Nizakat Khan will look to put his head down and provide some solidity to this start that Hong Kong China have got. The runs are there to be scored. It's just about choosing the right deliveries, the right kind of opportunities, grabbing them and rotating strike as well.
Wet on.
What an over this has turned out to be. A successful 1 year for Afghan Abdalian. 3 gone, 11 for 1. Cries of catch it straight to the fielder at mid-off. Back-to-back overs, back-to-back wickets. Afghan Abdalian right on top. The inform Anshuman has to depart. And Hong Kong China in deep trouble at 11 for 2.
Yeah, how many times have we seen this, that you've come off a very good, confident-looking innings, get off to a great start, but then successive innings normally do not fail to capitalize on the opportunity given. Have a look at that at the last moment, unsure of what sort of a shot to be playing. Checked his shot at the last moment and straight into the hands of the fielder waiting at mid-off. That's good catching by Gazanfar as well. Anshumandra departs for 5 of 10 deliveries. Yes, he did hit that boundary, but then there was more required from him. Hong Kong China 11 for 2.
Both openers back in the dugout. Babar Hayat walks out to bat. Another very fine batter for Hong Kong China. Well, he's certainly been one of the mercurial players for their side. A strike rate of under 130. He walks in at a time when Faridun is breathing fire in the middle. Wonderful delivery, shaping into the right-handed batter, slip in place. Hostile bowling here by Afghan Abdalian. Hong Kong China 11 for 2. And the last man to go, Anshuman Rat.
Yes, of course, that's a big wicket because there's no one dangerous than a person who's just found form, and they'll be happy to see the back of Anshuman Rat. On the other hand, now Babar Hayat and Nizakat, they both are quite explosive batters. They're tall, burly batters. Have a look at that wicket once again. Just takes a little bit of edge, not managing to middle it. Unsure of the shot that he was going to be playing. Got the direction wrong, got the elevation wrong. Now he's taken the outside edge and it's taken the thick part of the bat. It's going to be a boundary, a welcome one for Hong Kong China, as well as it's a very important one for Babar Hayat because it gets him off the mark.
Oh yes, he missed out with the bat yesterday, departed for 10 runs. And today, just felt he got that placement right at least. The intent was right. And nicely behind point and backward point that raced away for a 4. Gets off the mark with a boundary. That should help his confidence. But Afghan Abdalian right on top, getting both the openers very early in this innings.
Faridun is doing really well. He's producing some very interesting seam position as well as he's giving a good shape to the deliveries. On this occasion to the right-handed batter, he's managing to get back into the right-hander really sharp, pitching in between the wickets, and that's what going to be expected out of a bowler like Faridun. He's bowling with decent pace as well.
Castled, knocks him over. Faridun's hostile pace gets the better of Babar Hayat. 2 wickets in 1 over. And Hong Kong China on the bat. This is brilliant bowling by the left-arm pacer.
Yeah, well, this pace attack, this pace battery for the Afghan Abdalians are breathing fire at the moment. Unsure of how to deal with them. The Hong Kong China batters are heading back into that dugout in a hurry. Babar Hayat on this occasion, even after getting a much needed boundary for his team, is unable to negotiate this sharp in-swinging delivery. Babar Hayat departs for 4, bowled Faridun. He's got a boundary to his name but can't continue. Hong Kong China 15 for the loss of 3 wickets. The new batter in Mohammad Azaz Khan, and he's a right-handed bat, plenty of experience to him as well. 106 matches and just a stroke away from 1,000 runs. Last evening he was out on a duck, 999, and he'll be waiting to reach that landmark figure. Not a healthy strike rate, a few ticks above 100, but what he needs is some resurrection work away, especially for his team. Can he negotiate this fury spell from both the two left arm and right arm fast bowlers of the Abdalians?
Off the mark with a single and will retain strike as well, Mohammad Azaz Khan. But what an over it's been by Faridun. He's broken the back of the top order of Hong Kong China. 2 wickets for him in this. 16 for 3 after over number 4. Pace all the way for Afghan Abdalian from both ends. And they've teamed up well, Bilal Sami and Faridun Davudzai. 3 wickets between them in the first 4. Yeah, it's important these sides don't just get the runs, but get the confidence as well, Amin, because you're playing the bigger tournament later this week.
Yeah, have a look at that wicket once again. Coming in sharply to the right-hander. He had absolutely no clue how to deal with that one. And since the start of the innings, the Hong Kong China batters a little tentative, playing towards the onside. So I guess just a tad bit short on confidence. And of course, that big tournament coming up. And what a sight it's going to be to see all these players once again in action. Negotiates that one, but still I feel the Hong Kong China batters are looking uncomfortable out there, especially with that extra bounce, because last evening it wasn't a similar looking wicket. The expectations from last evening have to be changed and have to be forgotten.
Yeah, Azaz Khan missed out with the bat last evening. Just the 1 run in the 5 deliveries. And they were chasing 147. Could fairly understand the pressure on them as well. In the meanwhile, he's also accumulated 1,000 runs in T20 cricket. That's a much better shot, much confident looking one as well. Yeah, partnership is the key for Hong Kong China. Put up a creditable batting effort against Oman yesterday. Chasing. Today they're batting first against a very formidable bowling unit. He'll be a happy man, Darvish Rasoli.
Yes, of course, certainly came to the ground today with a plan. Came to the toss with a plan. And His pace battery has responded. The opening two new ball partners, Bilal and Faridun, certainly rising up to the occasion and answering their captain's call. Bilal loves bowling to the right-handers. We've seen this all throughout. Can he ruffle some feathers toward of Ezaz as well as Nizakat? This time it's a loosener, a wide delivery. A very rare sight since the start of the innings.
Yes, it's over to Nizakat and Ezaz now. Interestingly, Nizakat has come some time back, but he's hardly got strike. And he's been at 0 for 1 for the longest time. And in the process, he's seen a couple of wickets fall at the other end as well. Bilal so far with that one wide. The captain, lots going through his mind at this point. Cries of catch it. He'll get a single towards square leg. And that'll bring the captain on strike.
Yeah, you asked for it, that you wanted Nizakat Khan on strike, and there he is. But once again, if you can have a look at that shot, Ezaz was not in complete control of that shot. And hence, you could see him just hitting that one into the air for a brief amount of time. Interesting field as well. And for some reason, they just want the right-handed batters to play that cross-batted shot to go and target the onside. But then there is that short mid-wicket in position as well.
Flicks it, nicely played. That'll race away for a 4. That's a very good shot. Just drifting onto his pads, and all he had to do was roll his wrists and get that fine. That's a lovely shot, and what a way to get off the mark as well. They'll need to see more of Nizakat Khan, Hong Kong, China, for them to go big in this total.
Yes, exactly, and that's the plan perhaps. And this time around, Bilal Sami has just erred a tad bit too much towards the leg side. And this is what they have been planning to do so ever since the start of the innings, and force the batters to target that onside, play that riskier option shot. Finally, Nizakat Khan now has got a boundary to his name. However, it's dangerous living out there for both these two Hong Kong China batters at the moment. Can Bilal Sami come back with a flourish?
Tentative push. Much better this time. Altering that line, bettering the length as well. The first 5 have belonged to Afghan Abdalian. Hong Kong China 22 for 3, and they need a partnership.
Thank you, Mikhail and Amin Wagle. What a start, a dream start for Afghan Abdalian. They are in control, they are in command, and in comes Ghazaf. 13 matches, 23 wickets, and look at that economy, brilliant, just below 6 runs per over. He'll be the key in the middle overs for Afghan Abdalian. And at the same time, need to stitch a partnership, Ezaz and Nizakat. A horrible start for them. They have won the first encounter against Oman the previous day. They were asked to post a total, and they are in deep, deep trouble. Onto the back foot, running hard. Next running between the wickets, and the right time to introduce my co-commentator. Joining me for the first time today is Pranav Mehta, Afghan Abdalian. They are dominating the proceedings here.
A very good afternoon to everyone, and a very good afternoon to you as well, Mudipa. Right on top, one thing that Hong Kong China could take from the book of Oman is the way they crafted a partnership yesterday. And that's exactly what they need to do today. 23 for 3.
Excellent. A brilliant line and length continues even by the spinner, suffocating the batters. It won't be easy for Nizakat and Ezaz. Not only They need to make sure not to lose the wicket, but also in the process they need to get those runs. So evenly balanced surface you need to apply on the surface as a batter. A width offered, just going past that first slip. Lucky runs for Nizakat and some runs for Hong Kong China.
They just needed things to happen. A few words being exchanged as well. And when you are in a situation of misery, everything works for you, especially if you're the captain of Hong Kong China, Nizakat Khan, cutting and cutting hard. And it's often said, if you cut, cut hard so that the edges do fly over as well. And that's exactly what is happening here.
Oh, rightly said, Pranav. You're going for that cut, short cut, try to cut it hard. And that is what happened on the previous delivery. A good over coming in for Hong Kong China. They have lost the top 3 batters. Now it's up to Nizakat and Azaz. Very talented top order batter Nizakat Khan, the captain of Hong Kong China. A big job on his hands today against Afghan Abdalian. Nicely managed on the back foot, not at all in a hurry. They have got that boundary in this over. The power play going in favor of Afghan Abdalian. Hong Kong China in a rebuilding phase. 6 overs done, 29 for the loss of 3. So signal coming in from Bala Subramanian at the end of the power play. The first power play going in favor of Afghan Abdalian, though there were a couple of boundaries by Zishan and Anshuman. Then a devastating spell by Bilal and his partner Faridoon getting better of Anshuman Rat. Then couple of boundaries on the blade of the batter, and it was the end of Babar Hayat. Peach of delivery coming into Babar Hayat. And trying to get some runs, trying to build up a partnership with the captain of Hong Kong China, Nizakat Khan. Alongside him is young Azaz. And in comes the experienced Karim Jannat. Much better. Not trying out too many things. They played a couple of practice games at this venue against Oman. And putting all that experience and reading the surface quite well is Karim Jannat. 151 matches to Karim Jannat, and look at that economy, 7.76 and 116 wickets in his kitty. A true stalwart for Afghan Abdalian. Dancing down the track, nowhere near the ball. And good to see. This is how it helps when you play a couple of practice games before an all-important series. You know the conditions quite well, and exploiting the conditions surface quite well are the Afghan bowlers.
Absolutely. What matters is how good a student you are of this game. And that's exactly what Afghan Abdalian are showing here in Oman. Pulling tight lines.
Pinpoint accuracy, keeping the batters on the back foot. Subtle variations from Karim Jannat. 3 dot balls in a row.
This is exactly how the previous delivery featured. They're bowling a very tight line, not giving in any room, any width to the batters. And it makes a big difference, especially in these afternoon games, because the dew is not on your side. The wickets are slightly too paced, and there is a little bit of advantage as a bowler.
At last, a single has been taken by Azaz. No backup. Thought of that second, no chance of that second run. Denied by Nizakat Khan. And rightly said, day games, and it's a rough surface and right decision made by Afghan Abdalian captain Darvish Rasuli winning the toss and without any surprises opting to bowl first, and good to see the bowlers responding to the call of the captain, sticking to a good line and length, and in the process they were rewarded by those 3 quick wickets.
It it helps if you can play some cross-batted shots here in Oman. They do pay off, and they do pay off well.
Dancing down the track. And also, previous day we have seen the likes of Zishan Maqsood, the former captain of Oman. He applied himself on the surface. He took his own time. Once you settle on the surface, then you can go for those big shots. And as of now, doing a good job is Nizakat Khan.
Talking about Zishan Maqsood, you can talk about Vinayak Shukla as well. He played a gem of a knock here a few days ago.
Oh, what an over. A brilliant over. Just 1 run conceded by Karim Jannat in his first over. 7 overs done and dusted. 30 for the loss of 3. Not having a proper start at the top of the order. Zishan Anshuman as well as Babar Hayat back in the hut. Till now, no batter in the double digits for Hong Kong China. 3 extras have been conceded. A tough task for Nizakat. Goes down on one knee. Azaz connects well in the gap. A brilliant hit. A maximum, the first maximum for Azaz, the first maximum for Hong Kong China in this game.
They needed to cut loose, and this is one of the shots which can cut loose them, get them going. Across batted, a slog sweep just over the cow corner area. And this is a very, very good shot from Aizaz Khan. Right over the cow corner area. He's impacted and he struck well.
One more time. Is there a chance for the fielder? Just, it was away from the corner fielder at deep mid-wicket. So some aggression shown by Azaz in this over. He's trying to get better of Ghazafar and forcing the captain to make a change in the field.
The mystery spinner asking some good questions here. On this occasion, it was a carom delivery. Struck well, get 2 runs to his name, Azaz.
After going for a maximum, then couple of runs, a good comeback. And good to see still a slip in position. He's attacking the captain of Afghan, Abdalian Darvish Rasuli. Nicely managed on the back foot using those wrists. So 9 runs on a recovery mode. Hong Kong, China, thanks to Nizakat and Azaz.
3 variations so far from Ghazanfar. One's the off spinner, one's the one which goes on straight, and one's the carom ball which goes away from the right hander. Slip is been taken out. Shot third now in place. So fairly spread out field with 2 balls to go in this over.
Dancing down the track, connects well. Some work for the fielder at long off. Lightning quick between the wickets. Azaz and Nizakat converting that single into double.
This is good running. Very, very good running by Nazakat and Azaz. Good all-round cricket. First to get to the pitch of the ball. And then hit it over covers and running hard. They're doing well here to stitch a partnership.
So far, 11 runs in this over. So another good over for Hong Kong, China. He's leaking runs. Ghazafar, 18 so far in his couple of overs. 8 overs done, 41 for the loss of 3. marshalling his troops quite well, the captain of Afghan Abdalian. So far, 3 fast bowlers and a spinner has been used by the captain, Darvesh Rasuli. Karim Jannat will continue. Dancing down the track. Good to see someone like Ejaz. He's not afraid to take on Karim Jannat. In the previous over, they have got just a single. They need to capitalize the way they got those runs in the previous over of the spinner. But an experienced Karim Jannat, it won't be easy against Jannat.
What are the options? If you're talking about Nazakat Khan, the captain, a good weekend out offside field. Can he be courageous enough to play inside out?
Jack back sharply into Nazakat Khan. The problem, yes, they have got few boundaries and a maximum in the last couple of overs, but they also need to make sure to take those singles, rotate the strike.
For sure. Singles is what is going to be building this partnership. In the process, they do need to look for those odd boundaries every over. A boundary and over, not much to be asking for in this format.
Play straight towards the bowler. Brilliant piece of bowling. Sticking to that wicket to wicket line, not giving much room. There was an opportunity for Nizakat. There's no protection at the long off. There's a fielder inside the 30-yard circle mid off. All he wants to do is just clear that mid off fielder to get some runs for him. Running hard the first run. Is there a chance for the second? Yes and no. Excellent work by the fielder. Charging in from deep mid wicket. And a good throw straight into the hands of wicket keeper.
Really good cricket. Really good cricket from Afghan Abdalian. They've been completely in charge of these 8.4 overs bowled against Hong Kong China. It was well flicked. Atal the fielder, making sure that cutting through and a one-hand throw. One bounce into the hands of a shark. Very good cricket here.
Oh, poor shot selection. That pressure to get those extra runs against Karim Jannat. Losing the shape and strikes Karim Jannat for the first time in this game. The partnership has been broken by Jannat.
We did talk about going inside out. He did charge down the track. But the most important part, impacting onto the ball, is something that he missed onto. Aizaz Khan. Top of off stump is what we talk about as a bowler, and he's executed it to perfection, Karim Jannat. Mohammad Aizaz Khan walks back to the hut, 15 of 18 for him, and he'll be disappointed. Yes, he did get a maximum in the process. Hong Kong, China, reeling at 43 for the loss of 4.
Walks in the man who was the hero on the last day for Hong Kong China. Last ball 6 against Kalimullah, winning the game for Hong Kong China. Arrives Martin Kodze. 33 matches, best of 102, 350s and a 100 to his name. An experienced campaigner, Martin, joins his captain Nizakat out there in the middle. Loud appeal, sharply coming into Martin, and the finger goes up. Double strike for Karim Jannat. In trouble is Hong Kong China. A golden duck for Martin Kodze.
What an incredible spell from Karim Jannat. The previous over just leaking 1 run, and on this occasion getting 2 wickets in an over. 2 back-to-back wickets. That was always going to be plumb right in front of the stumps. A well-thought decision from the Empire Bala Subramaniam. What a wicket is this for Afghan Abdalian. They're in complete control of this game against Hong Kong China. Martin Coetzee departs for a golden duck. 43 for the loss of half their side is Hong Kong China here.
All of a sudden, one more time, the pendulum shifting in favor of Afghan Abdalian. The double strike in the previous over by Karim Jannat. Martin Coetzee is back in the hut, so is Azad. In comes Yasim Murtuza. Now it all depends on Nizakat Khan. Oh, what an effort. But Rasuli, the captain, always effervescent on the field, charging in. And in a commanding position, Afghan Abdalian.
Giving them the medicine which they are very used to. It is Ayush Shukla was doing similar stuff for them yesterday, Hong Kong China, and today against them it is Karim Jannat who is giving them a taste of their own medicine. The in-swingers creating all the doubt and all the trouble. Karim Jannat, the experienced Karim Jannat.
One more time, a loud appeal and the finger goes up. Zaman Qureshi took his own time. Another batter came in, said hi, hello to everyone and walks back. A golden duck for Yasim Murtuza.
What a delivery. What a delivery from the mystery spinner Gazanfar. It was the carom ball and this was always a goner. These are straight deliveries that the Hong Kong China batters are not supporting to. Another batter disappoints and disappoints big. Yasim Murtuza walks back for a golden duck. 44 for the loss of 6. And this is trouble times. And this will be time for drinks now.
All of a sudden, flurry of wickets going down. And they continues to attack, a slip in position. A slip in position. And 5 fielders inside the 30-yard circle. Good to see the captain attacking. Very watchful Nasrulla.
It's a very difficult phase for Hong Kong China here. 6 down and not a lot of runs on board as well. 44. Almost approaching the halfway mark. They would want to build a partnership and they would want to do it really quickly here.
And I like the way he's marshalling his troops. An astute captaincy from Darvesh Rasuli, bowling Karim Jannat from the other end, and he's persisting with Ghazafar, though he has gone for plenty of runs in the first 2 overs. Showing that confidence in Ghazafar and responding to the call of the captain was Ghazafar in this over, a wicket to his name.
He's a difficult bowler. Creates a lot of doubt, asks some good question, and bowls really quick through the air, which makes it really difficult to identify the nature of the delivery. This time it was the off spinner coming quickly into. It's a googly. He has few more variations up his sleeves and he's showcasing them here. Halfway mark. 10 overs done, 44 for the loss of 6 of Hong Kong China.
Oh, it's been an absolute capitulation here for Hong Kong China in that batting department of theirs. Just the 2 batters getting into double figures. Zishan Anshuman going for 4 and 5. And then it was Babar Aizaz, Martin and Yasim departing in quick time. Particularly Martin and Yasim in their very first deliveries. Struggles well documented at the halfway stage, 44 for 6.
Works away towards the onside, and of course that's a good way to start the second half of this first innings. Hong Kong China really need to get some runs on board. At the moment, a dismal 45 for the loss of 6 wickets. The bowlers, the Abdalian bowlers, are all over this batting lineup with 6 wickets down, and especially Karim Jannat. Look at those figures that he's got at the moment. 2 overs, 2 for just 4 runs. So he's not only managed to keep it economical, he's struck and he's hit this batting lineup where it hurts the most into the tail end now. What a delivery. Once again, like a guided missile, targeting the stumps. Missing leg this time around, but it's just a trailer of how things have panned out for the Abdalian quick bowlers.
He's been brilliant, Karim Jannat. Generating pace. That previous over of his got the ball into the right-handed batter. Didn't allow Nizakat Khan to free his arms, and then got the better of Mohammad Aizaz Khan with a delivery that came in and castled the stumps back live. Single towards cover sweeper. Still to get to their 50, we're into the 11th over. Hong Kong China, after yesterday's performance, have been the complete opposite side to it.
Yeah, I guess they're still lacking that one player who can provide that counter punch. Have a look at that time since last boundary, nearly 20 balls. It just shows you the mentality and the mindset the Hong Kong China batters are at the moment. Nizakat Khan really needs to step up to the plate and take a few risks as well. He's got plenty of options though towards the covers. Works away towards the onside, but the problem is, time and again, you would find the Abdalian bowlers darting the ball into the right-handed batters and making life difficult for them to score not giving any room whatsoever.
Yes, that man has watched things really capitulate in the middle. Nizakat Khan, Nasrulla can lend some support with the bat. I'm not too sure. I'm afraid if Hong Kong China can look at something close to 130, 140 at this stage.
Solid defense. And they certainly don't need more of that. At the moment, they need somebody to take a few chances here. Nizakat Khan will be there to provide some solidity. But then Nasrulla Rana will have to take a few chances. Something cute, something innovative, something fancy. Toy around with the fields. It's not only about the boundaries. You should also be looking to rotate singles. Ooh, that's a weird sort of a delivery, and immediately umpire Balasubramaniam says that he's not happy with it, says one for the over and a wide.
That's a very interesting call there by Balasubramaniam. I just felt that was a very well directed bouncer. Short delivery. Nasrulla has consumed 7 deliveries for that one run of his. Very close. Maybe this side angle will give us a better view. Good call there by Balasubramaniam. Back live. Picked up on the full over mid-wicket. And that'll race away for a 4.
Yes, absolutely. Now, these are the kind of risks that they are looking, and that's to putting away bad balls. Because earlier, Afghan Abdalian bowlers were completely all over this Hong Kong-China batting lineup. Now, with that boundary, they'll feel much better. 52 for 6 after 11, Hong Kong-China. Nangal Khan, finally you find the introduction of the slower bowlers. Nangal Kharoti, 34 matches, 34 wickets. But that economy is something we need to be talking about more often. Works it away towards the onside. Long on will be in action.
50 up in the 11th over for Hong Kong China, courtesy that boundary of the last delivery of Karim Jannat's over. That shows how difficult it's been for them to get off the blocks.
He'll have to load that one again. Very interesting to see how these two batters will now treat the slower bowlers from here onwards. Plays it as late as possible, too close for comfort. The slower bowlers need to be keeping things really neat and tidy in terms of line and length. Just like that, putting the batters in a situation of doubt as to what sort of shot that they need to be offering.
How on earth he's still there in the middle? I wonder. That so nearly crashed into the stumps. Zakat on strike.
Charging down, use of the feet. There is a fielder out there. And now this is positive cricket now from both the batters. All throughout that first half of the innings, they've been tied down by the quicker bowlers. Now, as soon as the slower bowler is introduced, just trying to break the shackles. Works it away towards the onside. Running the first one hard, but I think it's only going to be a single.
This is where Hong Kong China will need to look at yesterday's game when Oman were 30 plus for 5. And then it was a brief partnership between Vinayak Shukla and Zishan Maqsood. And then Hasnain Ali Shah got those 30 in 11 deliveries to take them to 147.
Yeah, freakish shot. Just left his hand from the handle of the bat. They're trying to go for that second run, and in the whole heat of the moment, they've just missed out. Bilal Sami, the fielder on this occasion, and Nizakat Khan, Nasrulla Rana are living dangerously. With that, we also come to the end of the 12th over. 58 for the loss of 6 wickets. This is where captaincy comes into effect. Straight away, you bring one of your best bowlers this afternoon, Faridun. Gets an extended spell. Catch it is the call. Straight to the fielder at extra cover. And I think he's not managed to pick it up on the full. Takes a shot at the stumps. Also allows the strike to be rotated.
Yeah, it all happened too fast. A one-handed pick up and throw at the non-striker's end. Went for that expansive drive. Look at that. Was it put down? Yes, it was put down, and then at the non-striker's end, he wanted to break the stumps. Faridun wasn't impressed with that fielding effort, and an overthrow as well conceded, and that brings Nizakat on strike.
Trying to steal a single, and this is how things are looking for Hong Kong China at the moment. They're willing to take that extra bit of risk as well for converting dot balls into singles. Have a look at that catch as well. Wonder if it's going to have any effect. Straight into his hands, and he just couldn't manage to hold on to it cleanly into his hands, and then grounds it. The shot power, I believe, was really high. Sharfuddin, the fielder, at extra cover. Big shot down the ground. He's got the elevation. There is no fielder there. And of course, he's going to get 6 maximum runs here. Nasrulla Rana breaking the shackles, and a much needed maximum here. 66 for 6 at the moment, Hong Kong China. He'll be feeling really good about it.
Oh yes, this has come against the run of play. Just clearing that left foot of his. Solid base in his crease. Got a lot of elevation, height and distance on this one. Much needed 6 here for Hong Kong China. This partnership is growing in stature now. 22 in 19. Nasrulla moves into double figures. And they'll need more of it. And just going back to what happened yesterday with Oman, they had that brief partnership between Zishan and Vinayak Shukla. And then it was Hasnain Ali Shah who came in the end and gave them the impetus. Hong Kong China need to play that similar form of cricket today if they need to get to somewhere close to 130, 140.
Targeting the stumps, and yes, he's also getting a little bit of late swing, but the bounce is something that the batters are finding much easier at this stage of the innings. And of course, I agree with you. That commitment has to be there in these two batters to make some sort of a difference here. 67 already, so you're not too far behind, and plenty of time remaining in this innings as well. Look at that field that they've got for themselves. Plenty of opportunities to rotate strike, and that's what they should be looking to do. Works it away towards the onside for a single.
Good over so far for Hong Kong China. 10 runs of the first 5 deliveries of Faridun's third over. Well, the team management certainly very proactive there. Just giving some instructions on the field changes to Nasrulla because he's taking his chances over here. He's bringing in some attack. You can look at mid-off pushing back to long off as well now for the final delivery. There's long on. There's deep square leg as well. And a deep mid-wicket too for the miss hit or the miscue.
Cuts or plays it really late. And of course, it's a quick outfield, a big race. And what a brilliant effort there by the fielder. He certainly managed to save a couple of runs at the best, if not more. And that's the sort of effort that you need to see. Now, Afghan Abdalians are really nimble on the field with that. 13 overs gone, 70 for the loss of 6 wickets, Hong Kong China. Nangal Khan will continue. Had a tidy first over. Bit too much towards the leg side. He was drifting down, but then not managing to convert that into singles. Now you see the previous over, you hit a maximum and then a few singles coming your way, and all of a sudden you have 11 or 12 runs over. Charging down the track, taking on Nangalia Karoti, but this one's just stuck into the hands of the fielder Faridun at long on. Just when you thought that Nazakat and Nasrulla were trying to break the shackles for Hong Kong China, Nangalia Khan just walks in and plucks one out of nowhere.
Well, Nangal has broken this brief partnership of 26 runs between both these batters. Captain Nizakat Khan looking to go for the big hit. Finds the man in the deep. Didn't quite get to the pitch of the ball. The bat did turn in the hand, but what a catch by Faridun as well in the deep. The timing of the jump, brilliant on that occasion. Nizakat has to depart for 21. And Hong Kong China lose their 7th wicket.
Plenty of experience, but with the ball, because Ehsan Khan's out there to bat. 79 matches, 46 innings, and only 336 T20 runs. That average is dismal, so you would certainly expect him to contribute little. But Nasrulla on the other end has hit a few exciting shots. So the idea is to provide him or let Nasrulla hog most of the strike. Confused about that footwork. Ehsan Khan not managing to rotate singles at the moment.
And he is there. That's because his captain, Nizakat Khan, is back in the dugout. Good start here for Nangal.
Good defensive shot here, Ehsan. But at the moment, that's not what's required of him. He needs to swing the bat a little harder, work the boundaries, work the field. Plays it really late, too close for comfort, Ehsan Khan. At the moment, Nangalia is delivering a fantastic over. It's just the second over of his spell. And he'll end well also. This is a wicket maiden and worth its weight in gold for Afghan Abdalians. 70 for 7 after 14, Hong Kong China. Afghan Abdalians, and they've done well with the ball, especially Faridun Daudzai, who made early inroads into that side, and so did Bilal Sami, 2 and 1 wickets respectively. Ghazanfar picked up a wicket, Karim Jannat a couple of wickets to his name, and now Nangalia Khan, who just in the previous over delivered a wicket maiden. Faridun now into his last over of his spell, and what a delightful spell this has been.
That was Nizakat Khan finding Faridun Daudzai in the deep, looking to go big over. The fielder challenged him as well. Brilliant catch by the man who's right now bowling his final over as well. Good captaincy by Darvish Rasoli, going for the kill here and giving his premier fast bowler.
Too close here. Looking absolutely uncomfortable, Nasrulla Rana, because Faridun is asking some serious questions. If earlier it was the swing, now it's the pace and bounce that he's getting off the deck.
Yeah, he's bowled well. Faridun Daudzai was impressive in the warm-ups as well. Didn't quite get too many wickets. Just the 1 wicket in the 2 warm-up matches. But he really can get that ball to carry on the right-handed batter.
Picked it up this time, Nasrulla Rana, and he's been looking one of the more impressive batters here in this Hong Kong China effort that they've put in today. It's a maximum here. Good strike, picked it off his legs in good time.
What a strike. Stand and deliver. Strong wrists, fast hands over the cow corner region. That's his second six of the innings. Just goes to show the kind of impact he's making in the middle. And with that six,
Still very subdued, this effort here. Hong Kong China 76 for 7. Yes, of course they've got that maximum, but now Nasrulla Rana will have to hog the remainder of the strike here, because he's the one who should be looking confident to add to this paltry score that Hong Kong China have put up. Couple of deliveries remaining here in this Faridun over last spell. It's just turned out to be an absolute champion for his side. This time he's got it up in the air, and I believe it's going to be a similar result. Whenever Nasrulla Rana looks to attack, he gets nothing short of 6 runs. And what a way to provide some sort of a counter punch.
well, that's the shot of the match so far. Look at that full presentation of the bat. Holding the pose as well. Everything right about it. Over the bowler's head, into the side screen area. Gets elevation distance. What an innings he's playing. He keeps the fight on for Hong Kong China, taking them close to that 100-run mark at the moment.
Oh, there's some mix-up in the middle. He was gone for all money. Nasrulla Rana not interested in taking the single, but Ehsan was certainly looking to take one so that Nasrulla could have kept strike in the next. Eventually, it's just those couple of sixes in this over. Faridun ends an impressive spell of 4 overs, 2 for 30. As 15 gone, Hong Kong China are 82 for the loss of 7. And along with that, there's also change in voices.
It's an ITW Prodigy and TPT 360 production. Thank you very much, Amin and Mikhail. It's going to be me, Pranav Mehta, and Mudassir for the next 5, the final phase of the first innings. And Nasrulla is looking impressive here. Ehsan will have a big role to play for Hong Kong China. He'll have to partner Nasrulla and just stay there. Just around 30 deliveries to go in this first innings. Happy to be rotating strike. Mudassir, what do you make of it? Can Hong Kong China make a match out of this?
They need to add another 40 runs looking at the surface. That will give something for the Hong Kong China bowlers to bowl at Afghan Abdalian batters. But as of now, brilliant captaincy, exploiting the conditions quite well is Darvish Rasool. Is sticking with spinners from one end and a pace bowler from the other end. And Nasrulla, he's enjoying his outing. He continues to get those runs for his team. Nicely managed. No chance for the short third. A much needed 4 for Hong Kong China from the blade of Nasrulla.
It's often said, make merry while the sun shines. The sun is shining bright here in Oman. And Nasrulla is making merry right in the middle. Guiding the ball, using the pace of the left armer, Nangal. Another boundary. He's playing some very smart cricket here.
An impressive knock. Gutsy knock from Nasrulla. The likes of Babar Hayat, Zishan, Anshuman, Zakat Martin are back in the hut, but he has some other plans. Not afraid to take on the bowlers. A positive approach from Nasrulla, getting those runs for his team. A good over for Hong Kong China. Nangal going for 5 runs, 16 overs done, 87 for the loss of 7.
Zishan, Anshuman, Babar, Martin and Yasim all departed early. Nazakat got 21, Aizaz got 15. But what matters is that man with the yellow marking on himself, Nasrulla, 33 of 24. He's partnering Ehsan at the moment. Ehsan will have to play that second fiddle and just hang around. He's 1 of 7, and if he can stay there till the end, it would be a match and well placed. Looking to rotate the strike at the moment and not happening for Hong Kong China, and they wouldn't mind it. Any runs whatsoever is bonus considering the situation in which they are in.
Plenty of options for Darvish Rasuli and a happy dugout of Afghan Abdalian, but full mark should be given to Darvish Rasuli, the way he has led this side, using the fast bowlers and the spinners quite well. And an eclectic approach on the field, an attacking approach.
For sure, a man of few words, Darvish Rasuli, but on the field he's very expressive, very, very impressive. Going short on this occasion, Bilal, impressive, expressing himself, showing aggression. That's exactly what you expect from a fast bowler.
Or testing Ehsan Khan, not much known for batting skills.
Outside edge works for Hong Kong China. This is going to be travelling and travelling fast towards the boundary. These are crucial runs for Hong Kong China.
Oh, some runs for Ehsan Khan and more runs for Hong Kong China. A good banter between these two, Ehsan and Bilal. Cleverly played. Good manipulation of the field, going past that wicket keeper, using the pace of Bilal Chima. The first boundary for Ehsan Khan.
Not necessarily everything needs to be from the middle of the bat. Runs count. Because the board will state that Ehsan has moved on to 5 courtesy of that boundary. And it's working for Ehsan at the moment.
One of the most experienced players, the side of Hong Kong China. The spin wizard, Ehsan Khan. Now it's time to get some runs for his team.
That's well played from Ehsan. Using the soft hands and rotating the strike. He does realize that Nasrulla has a very big and very important role to play here.
Still, he's having some words with Bilal. Always energetic on the field. Wants to prove for his team. And Nasrulla is back in the strike, and all of a sudden there is change in the field. No mid off, no mid on.
Happy to be rotating the strike and finishing the over to keep the strike is Nasrulla at the moment. That single will wind up over number 17. And Hong Kong China are trying to put up a fight. 93 for the loss of 7 on the back of Nasrulla. For the very first time, Sharfuddin is going to be coming in from the Oman tail end. He did bowl well in that 2-match series against Oman, the left-arm spinner, primarily known for his batting skills, but does have 65 wickets up his sleeve and an economy of 7.11, so he's very, very effective. Cut well. This finds the gap. The ball is travelling. The outfield is really quick. And this will be another boundary to Nasrulla. He's looking very, very impressive.
What a knock he's playing for his team. Nasrulla continues to excel with the bat. It wasn't a bad delivery from Sharafuddin, but what matters is Rana getting some runs for his team. Played close to the body, nicely managed, bisecting the fielder. A bit sloppy, I would say. Sluggish in the field and 4 runs for Nasrulla.
Heaved well on the leg side. They should be looking for the second. Won't be on this occasion. They've been rotating the strike pretty well, Mudassir here.
Got a boundary and now rotating the strike. Still 16 legal deliveries left in this innings. And if you can add 20 or 25 more runs, 120 is a respectable total on this track. Nicely done.
To be honest, the way Nasrulla has been batting, they would be disappointed with 20-25 runs. He would surely be looking for something in excess of 30. The way he's striking clean and crystal.
And Pranav, if you remember the previous day, the first half of the first innings, they struggled, Oman, but once the 10 overs has gone, the wicket became a pretty good easy for the batters to get those runs. The story remains the same on day 2 here in Oman Cricket Academy. It clearly shows as a batter you need to apply on this track to get some runs.
Application, yes, application. It's so important that you apply yourselves, and that's where you can get to that 3-figure mark. 100 on the board for the loss of 7 for Hong Kong China, and it's not been an easy one for them. It's all been on the back of that batter who's going to be at the non-strikers end at the moment, Nasrulla Rana. Hassan is playing an important role here. Happy to be rotating the strike is the experienced Hassan. End of over number 18 as Hong Kong China are ready to put up a fight here. 101 for the loss of 7 at the end of 18. Karim Jannat. And he'll continue to impress. This was his hat-trick delivery, which is going to be rotated.
A smart piece of running between the wickets. Very first ball, Hassan Khan making sure to get his partner back on the strike, who is getting the bulk of the runs for Afghan Abdalian. The highest partnership so far in this innings. They have added 32 runs. Karim Jannat has been brilliant in this game. Couple of wickets to his name. It was a double strike in the second over for Karim Jannat, getting better off Azaz than Martin Kodze. There is a change in the field. Deep square leg coming inside 30-yard circle. There's a backward deep point, deep extra cover.
Looking to keep it out of the arc of the right-handed Nasrullah, who's very, very effective. And in the process, he concedes a wide.
What an okay. He's playing for his team. But one man has broke the back of the middle order of Hong Kong China is Karim Jannat. The experienced Karim Jannat getting better off Azaz. Then a golden duck for Martin Kodze, committing on the front foot, missing the line completely. Way outside the off stump, back-to-back wides.
This is not really great. They're trying to be defensive. Afghan Abdalian for the very first time in this match. They were looking very impressive every time they were attacking. What would you have done? Look to get Hong Kong China winded up around 110, or defend and allow them to get in surplus of 120?
It's always a good idea when you're in a commanding position to get all those 10 wickets. Connects well, but there's the fielder denies that single. Played straight towards the long off fielder. Should have taken that single. Every run matters.
They're looking for way more, and I feel that is why Karim Jannat has done well going into that defensive line. Does realize that a lot of attacking option has to be from the bat of Nasrullah in these remaining 10 deliveries. Slower delivery, and this occasion they will take that single. Then why not on the previous occasion?
Absolutely. They should have gone for that single couple of deliveries ago, but we can understand he's getting those runs. He wants to keep the strike. He wants to get those maximums and boundaries for his team on a recovery mode. There was 70 for the loss of 7. Now 35 runs has been added by these two. Now all important 35 runs for the 8th wicket for Hong Kong China.
Need a boundary here. Nassan Khan dances down the track to Karim Jannat. And in the process, he gets a single to get Nasrulla Rana back on strike. 9 for him to his milestone. Can he do it?
Instructions are coming from the dugout. He's not happy the way the field set up. Asking Karim Jannat to make a few changes. Very animated. Not happy. Though they are in a good position and listening to his coach is Karim Jannat. It's a regulation field. Fine leg, short third man, point and cover inside the 30-yard circle.
Right in the block hole, and this is a good effort from Karim Jannat. Believe it was a catch gotten down, begging, but it was a very good effort from Karim Jannat.
Especially as a fast bowler, it's not easy on your follow through to bend and just stop those deliveries. It was fiercely hit towards Karim Jannat. One bounce, but well done, Jannat.
Third wicket for Karim Jannat. He's picking up wickets at consistent intervals. Unfortunate, won't be covering his full quota of 4 overs. But this is a very, very good spell from Karim Jannat. Gets his third victim, and this time it is Ehsan who is going to be walking back to the dugout. It's an important wicket in the context of this game.
A change of pace. He has been relentless, unstoppable with the ball. The experienced Karim Jannat getting better of experience Ehsan Khan. The change in the field nicely going in favor of Afghan Abdalian. Wicket number 8 going down. Ehsan Khan managing 10 of 17. 37 runs partnership comes to an end. 107 for the loss of 8. 19 gone.
Well in control of this game is Afghan Abdalian at the moment. 107 for the loss of 8. Trouble times. Very well bowled by Sharfuddin here.
A bold captaincy getting Sharfuddin to bowl that final over. Left arm orthodox to Nasrulla on 42.
In the arc, Nasrulla swings and swings well. Although that swing will not be in effect here because it's only an inside edge. For a moment I thought it's gone for a maximum.
Change of pace, cutter, a cunning slower delivery from Karim Jannat getting better of Ehsan Khan in the previous over. It's been an excellent partnership. 37 runs worth between Ehsan and Nasrulla.
Full toss, straight onto the timber. Never going to be missing onto that. Nasrulla, who's played a great cameo here. 42 of 32 for 34 of him is going to be departing back. And he's been undone by the class of Sharfuddin here.
He batted beautifully. A juicy full toss. Completely missed by Nasrulla. And hitting the stumps. A brilliant knock from Nasrulla comes to an end. 42 of 35 balls with the help of 3 fours and 3 maximums. 107 for the loss of 9.
Some appreciations and applauses for Nasrulla Rana as he walks back to the dugout. He's played a brilliant knock, and in times of troubles, how important is this knock going to be? Only the second innings is going to be telling us. It is going to be the man who is known for his bowling, Ayush Ashish Shukla. Not impressive numbers, but he was one of those important bowlers for Hong Kong China in the first match against Oman.
Off the mark with that single, but it was a brilliant knock from Nasrulla. Came to an end. A juicy full toss. Completely misses the line, trying to go hard. A pretty good knock comes to an end from Sharfuddin, getting better off Nasrulla and busy by taking those singles as of now. The number 10 and number 11 batter.
Hatik getting a single to get off the mark. Ayush Shukla, does he have something up his sleeve? Big hit, there's a fielder down there. A brilliant, brilliant effort. Believe it was Nangal Khan. Excellent athletic effort from Nangal Khan there at long on. And with that, it'll be all smiles, Afghan Abdalian, as they restrict Hong Kong China to a Nelson for the loss of 9 in the allocated 20 overs. And both the sides wouldn't mind it. Hong Kong China have got to 111 from the place where they were. They were struggling to get to 100 and they wouldn't mind 111 on the board. And talking about Afghan Abdalian, at the start of the match, if somebody told them that Hong Kong China is going to be restricted to 111, they would have taken it with a smile.
A good job done by the fast bowlers as well as by the spinners. Well led by Darvesh Rasuli, the men in blue. They dominated the proceedings in the first innings of this game, winning the toss and opting to bowl first, and the bowlers responded to the call of Darvesh Rasuli. Young Darvesh Rasuli leading this Afghan Abdalian side in this Tri-Nations T20 series. And happy faces. They were never in control. The top order was back in the hut in no time. The likes of Zishan and Shuman. Yasim Murtuza.
They were picking wickets and picking wickets at regular intervals. It was that partnership between Kareem Jannat and Ghazan for 3 wickets in a row. That's when Nasrulla Rana came to the rescue of Hong Kong China and he played a few shots. although wickets were tumbling at consistent intervals at the other end. Nasrulla Rana stood there tall and strong, getting boundaries on regular intervals, trying to get a target. But wickets continued to fail as Nasrulla Rana also walked back. And that's where a misery continued for Hong Kong China. They wouldn't mind it. 111 on the board. Afghan Abdalian will require one addition to that. 112 is what they need at 5.6. We'll take a short break, and on the other side of it, it is going to be the chase.
Welcome back to the ITW Universe Tri-Nation Series. This is the T20 series between Afghan Abdalians, Hong Kong, China, and they are guests at the Oman. Last evening, Nizakat Khan hung in there for quite a bit of time, and so did Ezaz. But then after that, it was Nasrulla Rana, 42 of 35, who was the main aggressor of runs. In the end, they ended up with 111 for 9. But what's really important to talk about is this bowling scorecard here. Afghan Abdalian, Bilal Sami and Faridun Daudzai, they made early inroads into that batting lineup. Ghazan for 1 wicket. Kareem Jannat picked up 3. 4 for 17 is what he ended up with. Nangal Khan 1 for 11, and of course Sharfuddin Ashraf got a ball as well. 1 wicket for 12 with the help of 6 extras. 111 for 9 is what Hong Kong China ended up with after 20. And now they've got a task cut out for them, and it's going to be these two opening batters. They are swashbuckling left hand right hand combination, and they look to make some good runs as quickly as possible. Zubaydullah will probably be taking Zubayd Akbari. 22 matches, 22 innings, and of course 568 runs. He strikes decent as well, 121, and look at that best score of 83. Joining me in the com box is going to be Pranav Mehta. What do you make of this run chase, especially the way Siddiq, Atal as well as Zubayd Akbari are going to be approaching their innings?
A very good afternoon to everyone. An average of just below 30 and a strike rate just over 125. That's impressive numbers at this level. Ayush Shukla was very, very impressive in the previous game against Oman. An economy of 8.33. Does pick up wickets, 31 wickets to his name. It's early days for him. An average a little too high, but he has those skills up his sleeve, especially against true left-hand batters of Afghan Abdalian. He will swing the ball away from them, and hence there is a slip in place. Yasim Murtaza at slips, waiting for proceedings. Play has been called by umpire Bala Subramaniam here.
Works it away towards the onside, cuts hard. 1 bounce to fielder Anshuman Rath at backward point. And they will be cautious in the beginning, but certainly Afghan Abdalian are quite an attacking side when it comes to batting. They'll back themselves to hit those big shots.
It's an opportunity. It's an opportunity for Afghan Abdalian to start this Tri-Nation T20 series with a high on their back. It's the very first game for them. They've played 2 matches against Oman prior to the series.
Good ball targeting the stumps, and I think he's negotiated it well as also. And both these two batters are quite attacking, and they will certainly be looking to score some quick runs, especially in this power play period, looking to make or clear the infield.
They've had a good look at the surface in those 2 matches against Oman, and now walking into this tri-series, they would like to have a stamp of authority against Hong Kong China here, especially because they're chasing a mediocre 111.
Works away towards the onside, and first runs on board for Afghan Abdalian.
Let's not forget, both these sides are going to be competing in that all-important ACC Emerging Nations Cup in less than a week, and that's where these matches are of real high importance to them. 8 teams competing in that tournament: India, Pakistan, Sri Lanka, Bangladesh and Sri Lanka, the 5 test playing nations, their A sides. And then you have Hong Kong, China, Oman.
Yes, of course, some very good teams, and now they've also been announcing the teams slowly and steadily. We hear news trickling in about all the information that we need. And some big names as well attending this tournament. As far as India is concerned, we've got the likes of Abhishek Sharma, we've got the likes of Tilak Verma, who's going to be leading the side. As far as Pakistan is concerned, we've got some big names as well, including the captain. Oh, that's taken the outside edge. This just come out of nowhere. Ayush Ashish Shukla is making a habit of packing or bundling openers back into the hut, but this time around Afghan Abdalian have turned out to be really lucky. Siddiq Atal surviving.
Zishan Ali, generally a very good wicket keeper, going the wrong way. It was the in-swinger. That's where he moved towards his right, and an outside edge making him shuffle towards the left of his, and he was very late to react. In the process, they do get a boundary to their name, and Siddiq Atal wouldn't mind it because runs on board do matter.
5 runs already of this first over, and with not too many on board, this is going to hurt. Charging down, and of course this is certainly stating your intentions, declaring that you're not going to be taken apart by the bowler. End of the first over, it's 5 for no loss, Afghan Abdalians. Atikur Rahman Iqbal, and he's been the change today in this Hong Kong-China side. 23 matches, 17 wickets. But look at that economy rate. If he can manage to keep doing that in this game as well, certainly Hong Kong-China will be looking in good touch, because not too much to defend, and that's the sort of effort you need. He's got a very decent average. Works away, just bunts it towards third man, and I think it's going to be a couple of runs. So this is good running between the wickets. Believe it or not, it's going to be 3, as many as 3. This is frustrating stuff here from Hong Kong China.
Very good running between the wickets, between both these two young lads, Zubairullah and Siddiq. A little bit of a misfield in terms of an overthrow, but it all happened because of that push. Look at the way Zubairullah was looking for the second. He ran the first one hard, and immediately a little bit of an overthrow allowed them to go for the third. This is very good running by these young, talented Afghani batters.
Works away towards the onside, mid-on in action, and they'll steal a single. This is the difference probably between the two batting sides. Immediately when you know that the going is tough, when you need to be getting used to a bowler, they are looking to convert those dot balls into singles and those singles into doubles, and that is where the main difference arises.
It's so important that you stick to your basics here, especially when you're playing at the highest format. Every ball is not a maximum or a boundary, and that's where you just need to keep rotating. Atiq bowling a good line at the moment.
Works it away, and the ball is trickling and gonna be really tantalizingly close to the boundary ropes. Anshuman Rat just manages to pull that one in time, because the ball had stopped right before the boundary rope. Some free runs here, 2 as a matter of fact, and they'll still be happy with the start they've got.
It is played in the air to start off with. Just over backward point. Not giving it any kind of power. That's where the ball would have stopped. Zubairullah, generally a very strong lad. Angling away from the left-hander on this occasion.
Now finally, just applying a little bit of tactics here, keeping it away from the hitting zone. Atiq, what does he have on offer? He's got a very healthy average, and if that means he could be striking anytime soon, how he's going to be doing it is going to be interesting to watch. Slow, chargy pace. coming into the left-hander. Negotiated well by Zubairullah.
Where most teams are looking for really fast-paced opening bowlers, Hong Kong China likes to use swing bowlers. Both these bowlers do swing the ball well in the air and off the surface as well. Ayush Shukla, we've seen a very good visual of him against Oman and now against Afghan Abdalian.
Picked it up this time around towards the onside. There is a fielder out there for protection, but he's hit that one really hard. With that single, it's also going to be end of the second over. Afghan Abdalians are off to a confident start, 12 for 0. Ashish Shukla, and he's had a great outing in that last game last evening, and now he's continuing to do well. Getting good swing into the left-hander, and he has the ability to do it both ways.
Swing it both the ways generally. On this occasion, swinging it in the arc of the left-hander. Bowled a very good line. Did extract that outside edge as well, but not being collected by the wicket-keeper.
Works it away off his pads. It's just going to be a single. And yes, of course, that ability to swing the ball both ways. And when that edge was produced, that was that odd ball that kept away from the left-hander, I believe. And possibly got a bit of edge onto it. Also took the wicket-keeper by surprise.
Certainly the ball did swing in, and that's where the wicketkeeper went towards the swing. And that's where the outside edge made it a little too difficult for the wicketkeeper. We've seen him swinging it in against Jatinder Singh.
This time he's played it off his pads. Still a fielder. Fine leg is up in the circle, so only a single can be stolen. And this is where Afghan Abdalians are actually making a difference, and that's to rotate strike. Yes, of course, boundaries are hard to come by, but then once you start rotating strike, at least the scoreboard keeps ticking. And as a result, the pressure is off. Ashish Shukla otherwise has been quite economical, and he's bowling the right areas, he's bowling the right lengths, using the deck to his advantage. Cut hard. Fielders are giving it a chase. And this time around, the ball's not going to stop before the boundary ropes. He's going to get a good 4 runs for that effort. Zubairullah now getting his boundary.
One ball where Ayush Shukla looked to angle it away from the left-hander is the one which has been utilized with a little bit of width by Zubairullah. Never looked to give it a shy, and hence there's a lot of power behind it. And every time that it was in the gap, it was always going to be traveling to the boundary. 11 of 11 Zubairullah. He's batting well here.
It's a boundary apiece for both these two opening batters. This time bunted hard. Mid-on will collect it, so no run. And now boundaries are also coming in quite easily. They just have to wait for the poor deliveries or the ones in which they can grab an opportunity.
He's generally a very, very good bowler. Looks to keep it tight. He's still not leaked a lot of runs. Just 9 runs in his 1.5 overs that he's bowled. Likes to keep things tight.
Oh, this was too close for comfort. Zubairullah looking to take on Ayush Shukla. But just results playing it all, ends up swatting nothing but air. End of the third over, 18 for 0, Afghan Abdalians. At this stage, after 3 overs, Hong Kong China were 11 for 1. So the start's pretty much similar. It's just that the wickets column is still yet to be activated for the Afghan Abdalians. Hong Kong China will look to attack the stumps. The keeper is standing up. And that's the change in this over for Atiq, realizing that this is the only way of creating doubt in the Afghan Abdalians' mind.
That was a very, very good ball from Atiq. Half a chance to the wicketkeeper, I believe. And a little bit of an edge, a ricochet. And closing the gloves a little too early. 2 opportunities gone down by Zishan here.
Yes, of course, the tactics good. And Zishan will have to back his bowlers. This time around, I think he's taken a very, very good take.
It's never too easy keeping to a pacer who swings it both the ways. You have to be really attentive because on a lot of occasions your vision can be disturbed by the moving bat, and that's where things get a little too complicated.
Big shot, crunch towards the covers. No fielder there. Made sure he opened the face of the bat at the very last moment. And it's going to be a favourable result for Siddiq Atal.
They're enjoying these facilities here at the Oman Cricket Academy. A very, very good wicket. And playing it on the up here. Just over point. This is some incredible batting. Incredible striking by both these young left-handed batters from Afghanistan. Siddiq Atal and Zubairullah's touching a partnership.
This time around he attacks the onside. Still a long chase for the fielder. They can get as much as 2. They ran the first one hard, but the second one was relaxed. They know that they are ahead of the curve at the moment. 6 runs already of this over. 24 for 0. And you can't get a better start than this.
Have to be satisfied here. Chasing 111. Happy to be playing their shots here.
Happy to nudge towards the onside for a single. It's a fairly easy equation at the moment. Afghan Abdalians, they've done well in that first half of this game and started well for the second half of the game. And more often than not, you would expect that if the going is consistent, the effort is consistent from the Abdalian batters, this should turn out to be in favor of the Abdalians. Opens the face of the bat once again, targeting that backward point region. A long chase for the fielder. He's pulled in the dive. Ashish Shukla has just come back from an over and he's putting his heart and body behind that fielding effort. As a result, they've managed to pull 2 runs and also, I believe it's 3, as many as 3 as a matter of fact. 4 overs gone. Afghan Abdalians are 28 for the loss of no wickets. Looking at their most experienced bowler, 79 matches, 114 wickets, and Ehsan Khan will be looking to make inroads because of the left-hander at the crease. Very close, works it away towards the onside, but unable to convert that into a single. What's also interesting is Ehsan Khan is coming around the wicket, so he wants to leave nothing to chance. Good delivery, and this is what experience does.
One thing that you'll get with Ehsan, the off spinner, is going to be experience brought to the table, and that's where he'll not be looking to give any room whatsoever to the left-hander. darting most of the deliveries in the good length area between the stumps.
Big shot, he's picked it up. He's taking on Ehsan Khan. The fielder will give it a chase, but to no effect. Siddiq Atal will gather a boundary to his name. This is a good one. Good attacking cricket from the Afghan Abdalian openers.
Reading Ehsan Khan like a book. Siddiq Atal was in position really early and making sure that he kept it out of the arc of Martin Kodze, who was there towards the deep mid-wicket area. Playing it really square and getting a boundary to his name, Siddiq Atal here.
Trapped him. Loud shout and up goes the finger. Siddiq Atal was caught flush in front of the stumps on the back foot, and that's not the right way to be playing Ehsan Khan, who is quite a wily customer. A smirk on the face of Siddiq Atal. He had got the boundary on the previous delivery, and now a shot too many.
It was fired it in. It is the arm ball and impacted right in front of the stumps. It's a no-brainer for umpire Balasubramaniam. The finger was always going to be going up. As Siddiq Atal departs back to the pavilion for 16 of 12 deliveries, 3 boundaries in the process, as Afghan Abdalian lose their first wicket on 33.
Captain walks into bat. Darvish Rasuli, 53 matches, 49 innings, plenty of runs, 1,138. And look at that strike rate, 136.94. He's come in at the right time because Afghan Abdalians don't want to be wasting too much time or breaking into a sweat chasing this target. Ehsan, on the other hand, another experienced customer, has plucked his first wicket. Can he turn the tide in favor of Hong Kong China? Good delivery.
There's a cannon ball from Ehsan Khan, angling it away from the right-hander, and hence the leading edge.
Works it away towards the onside. Still a dot ball, so itching to get off the mark. Darvish Rasuli. Afghan Abdalians at the end of 5 are 33 for the loss of 1 wicket.
Chasing 112, very watchful so far. Afghan Abdalian, they have lost a wicket of Siddiq Atal in the previous over. Yasim Murtaza has been introduced by the captain for the first time in this game. 33 on board. Zubairullah has been joined by his captain Darvish Rasuli. And in the com box, I'm joined by Mikhail Waswani. Welcome, Mikhail.
Thank you, Mudassir. Good afternoon to all of viewers as well. Day 2, match number 2. Afghan Abdalian well and truly in pursuit of 112. They need 79 with 9 wickets in hand.
So good to see, though they are chasing 112. They're very watchful. They're not at all in a hurry. The likes of Siddiq Atal, who got 16 to his name. The first casualty going down for Afghan Abdalian. And Zubairullah very watchful, 16 of 18. Easy picking goes on the back foot. There's a protection in the deep. Martin Kodze. Slight fumble. But off the mark, Darvish Rasuli with that single.
Yeah, Rasuli will need some runs under his belt. That's because he didn't have a great outing in the warm-up games. That's Kodze. Hit the winning strike yesterday. But this man has been in good form. Got 56 in 37 in the second warm-up game. Zubairullah. He's picked that again.
A poor piece of bowling. Targeting the pads. Rightly punished by Zubairullah. The first boundary have been conceded in this innings by Yasim Murtaza.
Just drifting down leg. All he had to do was just move in the crease a bit and hit that with the angle and the turn. He's fresh from a 50 in the second warm-up game against Oman. He got 56 in 37. And he's carrying that rich vein of form into this match as well.
This is a very good sign for Afghan Abdalian. The likes of Zubairullah getting those runs, the loose deliveries and showing some respect against the good ones. Goes down on one knee, connects well. Couple of bounces. An expensive over from Yasim Murtaza comes to an end. The power play going in favor of Afghan Abdalian, 43 for the loss of 1. The signal coming from Balasubramanian. That's the end of the power play. They started off really well. Some lucky runs, thick outside edge going past Zishan. Then always in control, Siddiq Atal and Zubairullah getting better of the bowlers. The first breakthrough has been provided by the spin wizard of Hong Kong, China, Hassan getting better of Siddiq Atal. Then couple of boundaries to end the power play on the blade of Zubairullah. So in a strong position, chasing 112, 43 on board. Though they have lost that wicket of Atal. Zubairullah looking dangerous. And Hassan continues.
Yeah, Hassan will have to attack and get some more wickets. In the meanwhile, Darvish Rasuli in the two warm-up games managed 1 and 2. He was run out in that second game. Horrible mix-up with his partner. But today he'll want to put some more runs under his belt. Spend time, show application, show appetite for runs. So that when you head into the Asia Cup, emerging teams, you'll go with a lot of conviction.
Oh, absolutely. And good to see. They've read the conditions quite well. Couple of practice games against Oman. So they're applying themselves as a batter. Not at all in a hurry. A flighted delivery. Nicely managed. Some work for the fielder at a long off. Running hard between the wickets. But no chance for that second run. Some soccer skills coming in from Ehsan Khan.
He needs to be careful. You don't want to injure yourself trying to do something silly. Time and again, we tell all the young players, don't bring your foot into the picture as long as you can use your hands.
Forcing the batter on the back foot. So dealing in singles. Negotiating the spin of Ehsan Khan quite well, these two batters.
Oh, look at that. We've all done that, Mudassir, at some point in our cricketing playing days.
Back-to-back games for Ehsan Khan. A bit tired. Doesn't want to bend his back. In the slot. Goes towards that backward deep point. Chased by Nasrulla, but 4 runs for Zubairullah. Nicely timed. So ends the over with the boundary, and with the 4 runs, 50 comes up for Afghan Abdalian. 7 overs done, 50 for the loss of 1. Zubairullah continues to excel with the bat. 29 of just 24 balls. Sadiq Atal is back in the hut, adding 16. Darvish Rasili out there in the middle. Yasim Murtaza will continue on for some runs, especially on this surface. I reckon as a spin bowler, you need to give that flight, invite the batter to go big.
Yeah, they're done with the power plays.
Cleaned him up, forced him on the back foot. The poor run in this tournament with the bat for Darvish Rasuli continues. Yasim Murtaza strikes for the first time.
Oh yes, he's having a terrible run so far in Oman is Darvish Rasuli. Too close, too full to cut that delivery. You miss, I hit. Yasim strikes. Went with the arm, kept a little low. Knocks the off stump and Darvish has to walk back. Afghanistan lose their second wicket at the score of 50. Darvish walks back for 3.
Getting better of Darvish Rasuli at the right time. Yasim Murtaza strikes in his second over, trying to make a comeback in this game. Hong Kong, China defending the target of 111. Afghan Abdalian 50 on board. They have lost couple of wickets. In comes Karim Jannat. Couple of hundreds to his name, best of 120. He was brilliant with the bat. In fact, with the ball in the first innings. Now it's time to get some runs for Jannat.
Karim Jannat, what an all-rounder. What a utility player for not just the Afghan Abdalian but for the Afghan Atlan as well. What a team man to have. Bat, ball, offers variety and depth.
Firmly pushed straight towards the bowler. These are the key moments in this game. What a delivery. Forcing Darvish Rasuli and the back foot. Ball just keeping a bit low.
Yeah, just talking about Karim Jannat. What a team man to have. Great utility, options, variety with bat and ball. Lends balance and depth as well. Not just for the Abdalian but also for the Afghan Atlan.
So off the mark at last. What an over. A brilliant over from Yasim Murtaza, going for just a run and a wicket to his name. 8 overs done, 51 for the loss of 2 wickets.
Well, that's a steady climb there for Afghan Abdalian. That red worm is making a very nice climb to the north of this chart over here. The one in blue is Hong Kong, China. Lost a lot of wickets up front in the middle overs and towards the end as well. And that pegged them back to 111 for 9. Just the wicket in the last over has dropped that worm a bit, but expected to climb as well.
The captain persisting with Ehsan Khan. He needs to strike. Jannat on strike against Ehsan Khan. So a single on the very first ball of this over. Good to see someone like Karim Jannat always contributes with the bat as well as with the ball. A true all-rounder to have in your side.
Oh yeah, talk about him being a true all-rounder. In fact, he's been amongst wickets and runs. In the last warm-up game of his, he got 44 in 22 against Oman with 3 sixes and 3 fours. Today he has a different role to play with the bat.
So good to see Ehsan Khan, especially against the left-hander, pulling it away from left-hander Zubairullah. So dealing in singles, they know the target is just 112 now. 59 runs more needed for Afghan Abdalian to get those couple of points in their kitty. Dancing down the track, manages well for just a single. There's a fielder in the deep, patrolling that boundary region is Nasrulla.
Yeah, all these teams are preparing themselves for the big prize. And that's the Emerging Teams Asia Cup, scheduled to start from the 18th of October. And all eyes will be on that tournament. As many as 8 teams, 15 matches. Gives the charge.
A good use of the feet. Not afraid to come down the track. Zubairullah against Ehsan Khan. Always in command and control. A maximum for Zubairullah. Oh, what a hit. Breaking the shackles. Surprising the bowler. And with that maximum, Zubairullah moves to 36.
Yes, no half measures there. Got to the pitch of the ball. Got plenty of willow on it. He's the informed batter, unafraid to challenge the off spinner, trusting the surface as well.
And Mikhail, coming back to ACC Men's Emerging Cup, we always talk about Pakistan, India, the likes of Sri Lanka and Bangladesh. But for me, Afghanistan, in fact, Afghan Abdalian, they are the dark horse in this race. Couple of practice matches. Now they are playing this tri-series. This will help them. And they understood the surface and the conditions quite well here.
Oh yes, leading up to the Asia Cup Emerging Teams Cup, they've already had 4 to 5 games under their belt on the square. Just talk about getting acclimatized and adapting to the conditions. They'll be in a better frame of mind as well.
So good over for Afghan Abdalian. Zubairullah on 37, giving him company. Karim Jannat on 4, 62 for 2.
Well, this is the squad for the Afghan Abdalian and the Men's T20 Emerging Teams Asia Cup. Pretty much the same side that's in operation right now in this tri-series. We'll take a look at that once again.
And Mikhail, I want to reframe myself. Then no more the dark horses when it comes to dark horse. In fact, when it comes to playing in such tournaments, an experienced side, the likes of Nangal, Karoti, Karim Jannat, Qais Ahmed, they're also contenders to lift the trophy, ACC Emerging Cup, the likes of Farideen. On the back foot and straight into the hands of the fielder. A poor delivery, a terrible shot, and an excellent catch.
Well, very lucky is Yasim Murtaza over here. That ball had 6 written all over it. But what the batter does is he finds the fielder to perfection who didn't have to move an inch. Nasrulla, straight flat catch at him and pouches it wonderfully well. That was a half-tracker. Deserved to be dispatched over mid-wicket for a home run. But what he does, he says, Nasrulla, that's catching practice for you. And he can wear a smile on his face. Lucky break here for Hong Kong, China. They'll also head into a water break and come back into that huddle of theirs to discuss how to defend this target of theirs. But it's Zubairullah who needs to depart for 37 and 28 deliveries. It's 63 for 3. Yeah, but the problem here for Hong Kong China is that they've not had enough runs on the board batting first. And that's why Afghan Abdalian can take their time. That required rate 4.59. That's because the current run rate is over 6.7 at the moment. And that worm as well, despite a few dips, looks in no trouble. Always breezy in this part of the world. It's getting cooler by the evenings here. What a beautiful picturesque venue, the Oman Cricket Academy. Yasim Murtaza, 2 wickets for him, has come and made some impact early on in his spell.
Shahidullah Kamal, another talented left-handed batter who can get you those runs, who can bowl a couple of overs, the left-arm orthodox. An excellent fielder. So Jannat and Kamal out there in the middle. 59 matches, 59 best, 5 half centuries to Shahidullah Kamal's name. And look at that average, 35. Driven nicely towards that long off region. Especially keeping in mind a shorter format, and you're coming at number 4, number 5, and to have that kind of average, it shows the class of a kind of a batter he is.
Yeah, indeed. And both these batters, in fact, were involved in a very good partnership in the warm-up game against Oman. Both of them got plus over 40 runs.
On the front foot. They need to stop these singles, get additional fielder inside the 30-yard circle, create that pressure on the batter. As of now, happy by taking those singles is Kamal and Jannat. Width offered, connects well. No chance for the fielder. Majestic shot through the offside. 4 runs to end the over number 10. Afghan Abdalian in command, 70 for the loss of 3 wickets.
The bowling has been tidy, very, very tidy from Hong Kong China. An economy just around 7 is something that is acceptable in the T20 format. 2 wickets for Yasim Murtaza, the left arm spin of Yasim Murtaza, and 1 wicket for the off spinner, Ehsan Khan. 70 on the board already. And they would like to slow the pace down. Played it straight to long on for a single. And alongside me, it's going to be Amin Wagle for the next 5. Welcome, Amin, to the Combox.
Yeah, good afternoon. And of course, this is an interesting turn of events. Although the Afghan Abdalians are proceeding at a healthy strike rate, 71 for 3 at the moment. That regular intervals where they are possibly losing wickets, and some good tight bowling by some of the bowlers of the Hong Kong China attack will always ensure that this match is still very much in the balance. However, Afghan Abdalians are doing really well. Big shot, he's picked it up. And we've lost sight because such was the power that Karim Jannat strikes. Both these two experienced batters know how to put their foot on the accelerator.
Ehsan Khan has been around for a while, and so has been Karim Jannat. And on this occasion, Karim Jannat has tonged it by a distance. Should have been almost an 80-meter 6 here by Karim Jannat. Came from the meat of the bat. Once again, downtown on this occasion, the safest area on the field. Never looked to keep it down, and as a result, he gets a maximum to his name. Back-to-back sixes here for Karim Jannat.
Like that statement. Never look to be keeping it down, because that's the intention. Karim Jannat is out there in the middle and he is looking to finish things off in a hurry. What a strike straight down the ground. He certainly didn't need to worry about any sort of fielders here. And finally now you see some frustration. Courtesy Ehsan Khan. He's throwing the ball back to the keeper in a furious manner. Cross with himself. 29 needed of 55. This is some good, exciting attacking cricket from the Abdalians.
Full toss on this occasion. They're just trying to secure the net run rate, in my opinion. It's a short tournament, and that's where net run rate will come into play. And that's where Afghan Abdalian are taking to take control. 11 overs done, 84 for the loss of 3. Afghan Abdalian and well in control of the game here.
After 11 overs, it's a stark difference and a completely contrasting situation. Afghan Abdalians 84 for 3, whereas Hong Kong China were reeling under pressure 52 for 6. And that's when a few good exciting partnerships and exciting shots between Nasrulla Rana and Nizakat Khan came into play, and eventually they ended up with that score that they did. Surprise, surprise, there's going to be Anshuman Rath with the ball in hand for Hong Kong China. They're trying to look to do a few things different here.
66 matches, 5 wickets. So he's not a regular. Although that economy is on his side, 7.35, not too bad. Doesn't leak a lot of runs, Anshuman Rath. Starts off with a dot ball here. Afghan Abdalian are in a hurry here. They're looking to get rid of this game around the 15 over mark. Once again, in the air downtown, will be a single to rotate the strike.
Yeah, certainly. And he's trying to bowl those off-break deliveries with the right-hander on strike. It's always going to be a death spell, but then now it's going to be Shahidullah Kamal, and he certainly would be making it an interesting battle. Not looking to take that single and eventually deciding to do so. Dangerously close for both the two batters here. In smiles due to that miscommunication, but now all's well that ends well.
A little bit of a miscommunication there. No, no, yes, 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 no, yes, yes. That's exactly how the communication looked like. In the arc, in the air, straight as an arrow, and long as a whistle here. This is some good, incredible striking from the bat of Karim Jannat, bringing his experience to count. It's a dry wicket, but it does not matter if you get to the pitch of the ball, and that's what he's done there.
Looks in a hurry, Karim Jannat. Coming to the foot of the ball where the ball pitched and giving Anshuman Rath no chance to take cover. And all they need to do now is just convert deliveries into singles and things will start looking comfortable. Just with that, now the equation reading 18 or 19 or 49 deliveries, and it can't get better than this for the Afghan Abdalians.
Happy to be rotating the strike here. Not on this occasion though. We'll finish that over with a dot ball there, Anshuman Rath, and he wouldn't mind it. 93 on the board for the loss of 3 at the end of 12. Hong Kong, China are in a spot of a bother here.
Look at that. That's the Manhattan here. And of course, you can see that stark contrasting difference between the approach of the Afghan Abdalians and the Hong Kong China batting efforts, especially during that phase between over number 5 and let's say over number 10 at the midway stage. Those tall orange lines that you see probably showing you how well the Afghan Abdalians have always kept and looked to be in momentum, looked to be aggressive at all stages.
If you're talking about tall structures, Oman is not the land for it. They spread it out well. 37 wickets in 43 matches. Nasrulla Rana. Economy is something that he would like to look on. 1 4-wicket haul and 1 5-wicket. Talking about structures in Oman. They like it spread, they like it small.
And they like it consistent. But what I really am interested in knowing is whether Hong Kong China would be happy with that. I heard there are a lot of skyscrapers there. Works it away towards the offside and it beats the fielder. It's going to be just a couple of runs, but then he's hit that one so sweetly. The fielder had no chance of getting any hand onto it.
Struck really well from the bat of Karim Jannat. Everything is coming from the meat of the bat. He's enjoying the surface here. A very good shot for just 2 runs is how we can put it. Talking about structures, Hong Kong China would love some tall skyscrapers, but that is when they're batting. At the moment, they don't want to see any skyscrapers from the bat of Afghan Abdalian. And to change it, it is Kareem Jannat who is enjoying himself. A good spread out field. 3 on the off inside the circle. Short and angle to third for a single. This is some intelligent batting from Kareem Jannat here.
Absolutely intelligent as well as calculative. They know that they should be taking risks, but at the same time they know that it shouldn't be taking a toll on their effort out here at the park at the Oman Cricket Academy. There you go. And that's probably grassroots level. Some of the premier teams going through their drills at the Oman Cricket Academy, and that's probably why Oman produces such premier cricketers. They still like to do their basics, the basic training.
They would love that comment from you. Grassroots. That's how young they look. Happy to be rotating the strike here. A batter from Afghan Abdalian. This very good running. A little bit of a miss in calculation from deep mid wicket as he jogged in, and Afghan Abdalian were very happy to be rushing for the second.
Ran the first one hard. Have a look at that. Just played it really late, flicked off his pads, immediately ran the first run really hard and never in doubt of the second run. This is absolutely impeccable running between the wicket.
14 or 45. And we'll be happy to be rotating strike. This is something that they have done really well. Approaching the 100-run mark here, Afghan Abdalian.
All of a sudden you do see Hong Kong China fielders with their shoulders dropped down. Nothing inventive coming from any of the bowlers as well as the captain Nazakat Khan. And the moment you see everybody silent, especially the captain, that they're just hanging out there. They're just waiting for the misery to end, the remaining 13 runs to be completed.
Mere formalities. And happy to be rotating strikers Kareem Jannat. The experienced Kareem Jannat doesn't want to give a chinks in an armor an opportunity to Hong Kong China to make a comeback here. They're well in control of this game and they just want to complete the proceedings. At the moment, 100-run mark achieved by Afghan Abdalian for the loss of 3, and they're well in control of this game. Just required 12 runs in 43 deliveries. And that's how strong they have played here at the Oman Cricket Academy. Very, very good cricket.
Overall, this is a good outing for the Abdalians in preparation of that big tournament that's coming up. They are certainly a team to be considered as one of the title contenders with the way they play their cricket. Works it away, punched off the back foot towards the covers. The ball is sailing towards the fence. It's cruise control mode at the moment for the Afghan Abdalians.
What an incredible strike to wind the over up here on the back foot. Happy to be opening the angle and showing it surpassed the point fielder. And once it came from the meat of the bat, it was never going to be stopped by the sweeper cover. 104 for the loss of 3, and well in control of this game is Afghan Abdalian at the end of 13. Anshuman Rath will continue from the Oman tail end. Slow left arm spin. That's a well bowled. Could have been an outside edge as well from the bat of Kareem Jannat. He was looking to dance down the track. That's where Anshuman Rath decided to fire it in.
Yes, you do.
Once again fired it in. And alongside me, it's going to be Mudassir joining in. Mudassir, 8 runs of 41 deliveries. Pure domination from Afghan Abdalian here.
Oh, absolutely. Things going in their favor from the start. winning the toss, opting to bowl first. Bowlers doing a pretty good job. Now the batters are in command. What a game he is having. Karim Jannat, 3 wickets in the first innings with the ball. Now 35 of just 25. Goes straight on the back foot. Pure class. Hammered straight over the bowler for a maximum.
He does this really well. He's making it a habit here. Karim Jannat staying low, digging it really deep and hitting it through the line. Karim Jannat, the very experienced Jannat. This is incredible striking from Karim Jannat, and what makes it even more special is he hits it through the line, straight as an arrow, right on the side screen. Dancing down the track on this occasion. This is a massive, massive strike. A long, long way onto the third tier of the communication center of the Oman Cricket Academy. What a win for Afghan Abdalian here. 47 is where Karim Jannat will finish at, and he will have a not out to his name.
What a start to this tri-series tournament for Afghan Abdalian. Finishes the game in style, Karim Jannat. The man who was brilliant with the ball in the first inning, explosive with the bat in the second innings, getting those couple of points for Afghan Abdalian. A tough day in the office for Hong Kong, China. They started this tournament with a win against Oman, but all of a sudden just losing the plot against Afghan Abdalian. An emphatic win, stamping the authority. Afghan Abdalian winning this game by 7 wickets in hand. What a glorious hit. Not sparing Anshuman Rath. He was in a hurry. Back-to-back maximums for Karim Jannat.
This is some incredible batting from Afghan Abdalian. With this massive, massive 7-wicket win, with almost around 7 overs to spare, they have one of their feet in the finale of the Tri-Nation series. And that's how dominating they've been. Hong Kong, China has 1 win to their name in the first game against Oman, and Afghan Abdalian will be clashing against the local side Oman tomorrow. And that's what will decide the other finalist. I believe, in my opinion, it's Afghan Abdalian that's going to be one of the finalists with the massive net run rate gain that they have occupied here, unless and until there is a massive upset tomorrow. Hong Kong, China versus Afghan Abdalian. Confirmations. Afghan Abdalian have won this match by 7 wickets, and they've dominated a stamp of authority here against the touring Hong Kong, China side.
They have read the conditions quite well against Hong Kong, China. A build-up series before that ACC Emerging Cup. Run here in Oman. Then this was the 3rd wicket going down. After that, no damage for Afghan Abdalian. It was a brilliant batting show from Karim Jannat. going down straight over the bowler, couple of maximum, and in control. Class act from Shahidullah Kamal, giving much needed support to Karim Jannat.
Some incredible striking from Karim Jannat towards the late end, assured that Afghan Abdalian were going to be finishing this match really early with over 6 overs to spare. And if you're talking about the match summary, it was Hong Kong China which batted first in this all-important fixture. 20 overs, 111 for the loss of 9 is what they could accumulate, courtesy of some good valuable runs down order by Nasrulla Rana, 42 of 35. Karim Jannat was the pick of the bowler, 3 for 17 for him in his 4 overs. Faridun was effective as well with 2 wickets. But
Welcome to the post-match presentation. Of course, this is the ITW Universe Tri-Nation Series where Oman is playing hosts to two wonderful cricketing nations, Afghan Abdalians. Captain's decision, but one very important performance that I'd like to point out is Karim Jannat, who is adjudicated the man of the match for his 4 overs, 17 runs and 3 wickets that he had done, and also not to forget that extremely handy and quick fire contribution with the bat, 47 not out in 27, where he hit nearly 5 sixes and a boundary to his name. Karim Jannat, man of the match. Let's have a word with him as well. Our match official, Mr. Azad, will offer him a memento for his efforts. Karim, congratulations. And of course, what a great performance. Your captain elected to bowl first, and you've certainly stood up and given him some sort of support, haven't you?
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Yeah. First of all, thanks to Allah. And before we play here, 2 matches warm up. So that's why we take some ideas. So that's why what we need in this wicket, then I will do.
Okay, was the playing surface somewhat similar, or was it different from the first innings and in the second innings? Because batting was really easy when you guys came out to bat.
Yeah, in first inning, bat not easy. So that's why our decision is very good for ball first. So in the ends, that's why our all bowlers effort really well. So that's why they not do big target.
All right. What is the different tactics that you employ, especially while bowling on a wicket like this, where you do have some sort of extra bounce and extra swing on offer, because your opening 2 bowlers really performed well on this occasion?
Yeah, simple. You bowl in good areas, so it's difficult batsman to hit you. So that's why.
Okay. What plans for the evening? Because you seem to be in a hurry, the way you guys approach that target.
No, we play just simple cricket. So that's why on the batting side, so we take a time in the crease. So that's why easy.
All right. All the best, mate.
Thank you.
Right then, we'll first call upon the team that ended up on the wrong end, Nizakat Khan from the Hong Kong China, to have a word about his team's efforts today. Nizakat, certainly you've seen better days in your team. The way your team performed today, what went wrong?
Well, you know, of course, I would say batting and power play, you know, those wickets we lost, I think that, you know, set up the game for Afghanistan, to be honest. But overall, you know, they bowled really well. They bowled according to the plan. And yeah, we didn't execute our plan in batting today.
Okay, what about some positives that you're taking out of the game? Of course, I know it's a loss, but there might be some positives that you might be taking, especially a certain players, or maybe an attacking mindset, maybe a new bowler who's come in to bowl for you.
Well, you know, of course, the positive will be like Rana Nasrulla. You know, he batted really well. You know, that gave us some confidence that, you know, at down, you know, we have a little bit more depth in batting. And, you know, to be honest, you know, this is T20 cricket, and we are not gonna be too much, you know, think of this. You know, it happened in many teams, but you know, the positives are, you know, that good thing that we played those 2 games before emerging cup that gave us lots of experience here.
All right, all the best for the rest of the tournament, mate.
Thank you.
Right then, of course, a very happy captain now, Afghan Abdalian. Darvish Rasuli is up next for a chat. Darvish bhai, of course, what a great performance today by your team. They seem to be coming out with all guns blazing, especially your decision to bowl first. What did you see in the wicket that prompted that decision?
He knows.
واقعا ماج کله تاسو ګټه موږ بیټینګ بالینګ فیصله وکړله بالران ډېر ښه بالینګ وکړه موږ چې کوم 2 میچ اول سر کې وکړه نو هغه کې موږ کته چې اول 4 اورو کې ډېر ښه بالینګ کېده لږ سوینګ کېده سیم کېده نو هغه چې ما نن ټاس وګټه او بالینګ پرېکړه مې وکړه.
Get the idea from the first 2 warm-up matches, and we knew that something is there for the fast bowlers. So it was a very decision for us that we choose to bowl first.
All right, that first burst, or maybe the bowling in power play especially, was quite breathtaking. You were getting that extra bounce. Any special plans that you had against the team, especially against Hong Kong China, as a matter of fact?
پلان څه خاص نه و خو ځکه ما وویل 2 میچ هم چې کله مخکې وکړل نو هغه کې مونږ ولیدل چې کله وکټ ټو وکټ بالینګ کوي هغه کې به سیم هم کېږي او سوینګ هم کېده او کټ کېدم لږ درېدم نو هغه خاطر نو ما بالران ته سمپل ویلو چې وکټ ټو وکټ بالینګ کوي.
It was a very simple plan that we told to the bowler. We pass a message to the bowler that keep it very simple, bowl wicket to wicket, because the ball is not coming well in the bat, especially in first 6 overs. So we keep it very simple, and that's why both bowlers apply well the plan.
All right, thank you. This was a power pack performance. All the best for the rest of the games. Right then, that's all we have from the captains, but that's not all that we have from this tournament, because we've got some action-packed performances coming up. We've got action-packed matches coming up. And of course, tomorrow at 1 p.m, we've got Oman A versus the Afghan Abdalians, an all-important match for both the teams who would want to make it to that final day after tomorrow. That's all we have from the post-match presentation ceremony, but do stay tuned. We've got a lot of, once again, as I said, action-packed matches coming your way.